Hi, good morning, and welcome back to my LinkedIn Live. I am Mihika Patel, one Mighty Mama, and today I am here to talk about things that we can do to nurture our heart and our soul. And for that, we have a couple daily practices that I want to talk to you about. And I have 3 daily practices that I rely upon every single day to help me nurture from the inside out. And the first one is something that I'm sure we're all very familiar with, but I think the struggle here is how to start and what to talk about and what to write about. And that is our gratitude practice. Now, there are multiple ways of going about doing this. And so it's up to you to find the one that works for you. But it's up to me to show you a couple different options. So I'm going to show you a few different ways that you can go about doing this. So there's generally 2 avenues that you can use. One is using the written instrument. So you need to write down either in a open journal, meaning unprompted. So you just sit down and you're like, okay, here are the things that I'm grateful for today. So that's one approach. And that is a fantastic approach if you don't need those prompts and you can just sit down and think, okay, what am I grateful for today? The other approach is to use a guided journal. And I have one that I've been using for the last several months. I'm actually almost done and I can't wait to reorder it so that I can, dive right into the next one. I got one because I found, it was hard for me to go beyond, okay, I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my friends. I'm grateful for my children, my husband. And then after that, I kind of hit a blank. And so, so what this journal does is it says, what's one fascinating thing that happened today? What is one thing that happened today that you never envisioned for yourself? So those are just a couple different examples of the types of prompts that were available, that were in part of this book, and they rotate, right? Like you kind of see the same ones, maybe 2-3 times every month. But it has been a great way to kind of get outside of that box that I'd kind of created for myself. And it really made the gratitude practice a lot easier. So that's one avenue for your gratitude practice, is to write about it. Another avenue, which I think is fantastic, is that you can, I just said something, that you can talk to a friend about it. Find a trusted friend, maybe someone who's also struggling, to talk about their gratitude practice, and share things with them, bounce ideas off of them, saying, you know what, this is what's going on. Here are 2 or 3 things that I'm grateful for. You can also have that conversation with a professional, like a therapist or a coach. So someone who can kind of help you see things that you may not otherwise be able to see. So that was the first one, which is gratitude practice. And there's 2 different avenues that I think work really effectively. And one is writing things down, and the other one is talking things out. Now, the next one I want you to do, the second tool for you to, a daily practice for your emotional self-care, is self-compassion. Now, this one is key because we all know about that voice that's in our heads telling us these negative things, telling us that we can't do this, we can't do that, we're not able to, we're not capable, we shouldn't even bother trying. But that inner voice needs to be taken down a couple notches, right? And how you do that is you develop that self-compassion. And what I mean by this is to forgive yourself. And how this can look in a day-to-day interaction is something like, hey, you know what? You want to try something new. You want to do something that gets you out of your comfort zone. But that inner voice inside is saying, Mihika, you shouldn't do that. Like, you absolutely shouldn't, because you are just going to make a fool out of yourself. And so then you go ahead, you take the risk and you do the thing, right? And let's say it goes terribly and you fall flat on your face, metaphorically speaking. When you have self-compassion, that's when you forgive yourself. You say, you know what? The victory here, it's all about reframing how you see it. One way, I guess the more traditional way of seeing things is, yep, you tried something new and you didn't do so well. Guess we're never doing that again. Another way of looking at that same thing is, you tried something new and it didn't work out, but here's what I learned that I'm going to do differently the next time. Maybe you didn't prepare as much in advance. Maybe you were wearing the wrong shoes. Maybe, you didn't have the right conversations in advance. And so you were a little unclear on what you were supposed to do. There is a plethora of things that could be going on here. So depending on what your situation is, think about what you learned. Think about every failure as a learning opportunity. And I know I have stumbled so many times public facing, it's not even, something that only me, myself, and I would know about. Many times it's, I'm up on stage, I have the mic in my hand, and I don't know what to say. So it happens, but use that as a learning opportunity, not as an opportunity to say, okay, I'm never doing that again. So self-compassion, be kind to yourself, use kind words, and forgive yourself when things go wrong, but also use them as learning opportunities, because I promise you, you will not do that again, knowing, the failure that you experienced. And many times things do happen again, but you learn something else out of that experience. So don't take that opportunity away from yourself. Don't take that learning opportunity away from yourself. And so that was self-compassion. And now third one is enjoyment and play. Give yourself the time to devote to your hobbies, things that you enjoy doing, things that give you joy. And now this could be, again, so vast of a thing here. There's so many things that can be done in this category. So for me, some things that I really enjoy that, I kind of get to do, just when I need a little break from working, I want to stand up. I don't really want to walk. I just want to have something that's fun that can, kind of jog my mental, satisfy my mental juices as well. And that's paint by numbers. I love paint by numbers. I mean, I'm not going to show you right now, but there's a messy wall right over here that has 4. And I just finished my 4th one or Friday evening or something, just last week. And I thoroughly enjoy doing them. I have my next one already teed up, ready to go. As soon as I walked into the office today, I was like, okay, I need to get the next one. I need to get my last one framed and up, and I need to get this one ready to go because I can't wait to jump in. It's actually a beautiful picture of Santorini, and I'm really excited to jump into those blues and whites. And so find something that you enjoy. Maybe it's exercise. Maybe it's a good HIIT workout or a good run or a good chat on the phone with a friend. Build those into your schedule. And it doesn't have to be a 2-3 hour thing. I mean, honestly, even with my painting, 10 minutes is really all I need. And it's probably all the patience that I have when it comes to these things. So I'll do maybe one number at a time. But the beauty of it is this: it gets me thinking because I'm looking all over the picture, trying to find my number. It brings that hand-eye coordination, which is fantastic. And I tape all of my paintings to the wall, like head level. So I have to stand up to do it. It's not something I can really do while sitting. And so it forces me to stand up because, as we all know, sitting is the new smoking. So make sure you give yourself those opportunities to stand up every now and then, take a 5-10 minute break, do something that fills your cup, because that really helps us find that overall nurturing for our heart and soul. So that's all I have for you today. Just to give you a quick recap, daily practices for your emotional self-care. 1 is to introduce a gratitude practice into your routine. 2, adopt self-compassion. Be kind and forgive yourself. And 3, find different ways to find enjoyment and play. So make time for those hobbies, those things that you don't otherwise get time to make time for in your life. And as always, thank you very much for being here today on my LinkedIn Live. I hope to see you again next week. And if you have any questions, please pop them below in the comments. I'm more than happy to answer them. Thank you so much.